You had questions? I have poorly researched and perfectly passable answers. Hi, I'm Postal Nerd and question enthusiast Dan Upton, and this is a mailbag edition of the Doomcast. At Oh That Josh Kahn asked, are you for or against mutant registration? Personally, I'm against anything that normalizes fascism, so I'd be really upset if Marvel decided to allow something like that to happen without showing the real traumatic effects to the characters in its universe and the toll that it would take on people. Against! Dirk Sprouse asked, if Ghost Rider and the Spectre teamed up, could they actually destroy Dormammu? Alright, Dirk, I'm gonna explain you this here real quick. Alright, they're both Spirits of Vengeance, right? So, this guy looks real cool, very dangerous. This guy looks a lot more innocuous. This dude rides a motorcycle with chains and stuff. This guy's the spirit of God's vengeance. What you're asking is, what would happen if God teamed up with a sweet potato casserole? Could they destroy Satan? The answer is yes, but the sweet potato casserole would be sitting by the sidelines most of the time. It would still be delicious, though. The Spectre has eaten and digested Elder God. Like, Ghost Rider made a deal with the devil so that he could be better at ghost riding the whip. The Spectre has shit out creatures from other dimensions. In Issue of Justice Society, he basically ate and crapped out the King of Tears, and then, I think it gave him really bad indigestion. Dormammu is from another dimension. Spectre could do this on his own if he really wanted to. At the very least, he's toe-to-toe with Dormammu. Anyway, even so, seeing Dormammu get run over by a 1970s Chevelle or like a demonic Harley Softail custom would be pretty classic, so I'm into it. Andrea Marie asked, how do you think the Flash TV show would handle Loki as a meta? You can't put Loki in a reactor, and you probably can't build a prison for him to hold him for very long, because we're talking about dealing with magic here, not strictly just an alien/god. But that isn't even the really big problem here. Because catching him would be very difficult. Even though the Flash is very fast, it would probably still be very difficult for him to do, although I think that it could be pulled off. It would still be a really hard thing to overcome the magic aspect of it, though, because I don't think that there's any magic characters yet that have been really introduced in the Flash solidly, especially, at least none on the good side. But even for somebody as fast as the Flash, that kind of relativity really doesn't necessarily apply when it comes to magic anyway. But if Hulk can slap Loki around like a puny god, then I think the Flash could probably give him 50,000 punches to the groin and take him out. But they'd still have to find some way to restrain him, and that would take some form of magic, and I don't think that they'd have that. Sarah Strege asked, what would happen if Batman discovered that Alfred was really the Joker? This is a great question because Alfred is the oldest relationship that Batman has, the oldest living relationship, the longest, the most implicitly trustworthy. There's absolutely no other human being that Bruce Wayne trusts even nearly as much as he does Alfred. Not Superman, not Wonder Woman, not Commissioner Gordon, Nightwing, not even Robin. I think Alfred's probably the closest thing that he has to an actual friend if he would ever qualify the relationship that way, but it's much more than an actual friendship. This is probably the only thing that I could think of that might actually succeed in destroying Batman psychologically, not over the short term, but over the long term. And it would be magnified by the fact that Batman has no other relationships like that and the sheer importance of Alfred to his entire mission. I could absolutely see Bruce snapping and becoming completely numb, but having just enough self-control not to kill his friend or himself. But it'd be an indictment of his friendship, his trust, his ability as a detective. It would basically call into question everything and his entire identity. So yeah, I could see this completely destroying Bruce Wayne and Batman at the same time. Thanks for watching. Tune in next week when I answer burning questions like, what do the Hulk's turds look like? Spoiler alert, the answer is very distressing. Thanks everybody, and if you have a question, tweet us at the Doomcast.